But my sister, part of her morning workout is she puts rollers in her hair. And she gave me these rollers. But I have this different type of hair than her. It's like silky. And before I even walked across the room twice, the things were falling all over the floor. I don't have these big clips that she has. So it looks so nice on Sunday. I'm allergic to it. So pretty on Sunday. I didn't recognize myself with all those really pretty curls in my hair. And actually I went to visit my mom at the seniors home on Sunday. I dropped my wallet and they called me and said someone found it. And I went in there and she said, some woman was here. This was from my sister. Some woman was here and she lost her wallet, and when she left I tried to catch her but she was gone. So I turned it in and she came back and got it and thanked me. Well, that was me. And because I'm used to like a wash and go kind of a person, I like get up and shower and run a comb through my hair and I'm out in the garden or doing cooking or whatever. And you've seen evidence of that on the first couple of videos where I look kind of frumpy actually compared to the girl with all the curls. And my sister Diane, I guess she's probably shocked that I go online looking like that. And she give me this, like, I think it takes like an hour to get up and wash your hair and put these little hot things in there. And like I said, it's a workout in itself. Look at all the exercise I'm getting, lifting my arms up and down just to get the things in and out of my hair. And so there, I think I got them all out. Like I said, I'm kind of a wash and go kind of a person. She'd be furious if she saw me doing this. All these curls. And I did bring a comb, but you know, it's me. I don't know where I put it. That's who I am. So I got little fluffy things again, but this time they're wavy fluffy things. There we go. I don't know, it doesn't look like it did Sunday. But at least it doesn't look like it did on Monday when I got out of the shower. So that's that part of the workout that my sister does. And she says, you know, if you look really pretty, you feel really good about yourself. If you feel really good about yourself as a person, think so it is. So you think pretty, and she says your body responds. So she gave me this really nice bright colored shirt too. And she's a very giving person. She always gives gifts. I think I see these little things floating in my hair. And I think birds are flying by. It's just my hair. Now, I talked about the importance of stretching, and because I'm on this exercise regimen, of course, muscles in my body that have been sleeping all winter are starting to be a little bit sore. So I have to be a little careful, because the last thing I want to do is to pull a muscle or tear something that I shouldn't. And so I noticed I'm a little sore on this side today. So I'm going to try to do some side stretches to kind of stretch, gently stretch everything out before I do all the rest of my workout. Part of that could be that I was 10 hours in the car yesterday and it was really cold. And so when we got out to walk, because we're in the car sweating and relaxing, get out to walk, we got a chill, so I may just have cold in my muscle. So I'm just going to do my up stretch and then down slowly and touch toes. Breathe in and then breathe out and go down a bit. In and out, down a bit. In and out, down a bit. And hold. Feel that pull. And now I'm going to just stretch those calf muscles. Like I said, feet on the floor, front and forward. Go forward and stretch till you feel the pull. Hold. Do the other side. Stretch till you feel the pull and hold. There. And I think I've kind of moved everything a bit, so we'll get at the hard stuff. And I don't know how long I have. This YouTube seems to decide whether they're going to give me my 14.59 minutes or whether they're going to give me 6 or 8. So the first thing we're doing is we're trying to get to 100 on this. And I'm not counting, you're going to have to. So I'm just going to go at it until I really feel my heart rate going up. And then, that's his thing, flopping over here. Should have brought a bread. I had a good visit with my mom and my sisters, so I'll have to show you later. My sister Shannon came. She's a, I'll tell you, amazing artist. I used used to call her a fabric artist because she could do anything with material. But now she's doing watercoloring, all kinds of stuff, water paint, oil. She's just good at whatever she puts her hand to. So she was showing us how to make mats. My puffin. You hear the music? That's 50. I usually like to do 100, so I could do more after the video, but just an idea of what you could do here anyway. Do more of these, pull things up when you need to be exercises. I did a whole discussion on the importance of sleep. One of the ladies who watches the videos emailed and she said, it's really important you mention before you wake up that you actually had some rest. Rest is an important part of fitness. And I discussed yesterday, but YouTube took it out, maybe they'll leave it in today, how it's really important to make or bring your mind to a state of peace before you can actually get good rest. If you're going to bed overexhausted, undernourished, if you're hungry, or worried, or upset, or grieving, it's really hard to sleep. So what I do, and many others do, is I make my list on paper, get it out of my head, of all the things that I should do maybe the next day or try to do. And I prioritize them. So it's not important that some things get missed. And then I make a list of all the things I thought I should have done that day that I didn't do. Like maybe I said something I need to apologize for, and neglect to send a birthday card or whatever. And I do whatever I can about it before I go to bed. And then I turn the rest over to God. And I pray for God to, help me get the things done I need to do and to forgive me for the things I didn't do. And help me to have peace about it. And then my husband, I am fortunate enough to have a caring, kind husband to share my home and my bed with. And he, if I'm having trouble sleeping, he'll rub my back for a few minutes. He just volunteers. I don't even ask him. He just can really, know who I am and what's going on in my mind. And then the most common thing that we do together is pray. And we'll pray together, turning all our worries and fears and frets over to the Lord, trusting Him to take care of them. And then Eric always prays longer than me. And there's something really powerful and peaceful about knowing that someone is carrying your burdens before the Lord. And I know Jesus does that, but to hear Eric doing that, lifting up the things we share and care about before the Lord, it just gives me such a calm, and I go right to sleep. And I sleep soundly till morning. And I try, they say you need at least 7 or 8 hours sleep. It's not always possible, but if I can get 5 or 6 really sound hours sleeping, and then I just wake up feeling invigorated. And then I have to get outside and breathe the fresh air. So that's pretty good for that. And I'm just going to strengthen this other hand a bit. So I've noticed I'm not able to open jars as easily as I used to. Hands keep slipping. There we go. So I don't know if any of that helps you. Make sure you don't have caffeine after a certain hour, many people say. Check your meds. Sometimes medication causes sleep disturbances. Sometimes a warm drink before bed, nothing stimulating, helps. It used to be that a warm glass of milk with cinnamon would help, and sometimes that helps me. I used to wake up with leg cramps, and Eric read somewhere that it's due to calcium deficiency. I got my fitness bag thing here draped in the way. Anyways, he read that calcium deficiency sometimes can lead to leg cramps. And so this is my thigh buster. I don't know if you can see me with it, but anyway, I'm trying to bust some of the cellulite off my thighs. Anyways, and he would boil the kettle and fill a mug, I'd say 3/4 full, with milk. He put a dab of vanilla in it, and a pinch of cinnamon, and milk, water, vanilla, and cinnamon, and stir it up and bring it into me if my legs were cramping. And you know, it really helped. And it could be just that I was dehydrated, because if you're dehydrated, your legs will cramp as well. There we go. My daughter says that her father-in-law used to have leg cramps, and he found that he had a bit of soda at bed. He had sodium deficiency. The soda would help get rid of the cramping. So there's all kinds of things out there. If you've got any ideas to share, go ahead and let me know. Thank you, Kate, for sharing your idea on the importance of rest. I know in the summer I get heat stroke really easily, and that's because I don't have enough sodium in my system, because I've sweated out when I'm in the garden or tilling. So there really is something to the sodium. But too much sodium is not good for you either. There we go. I told you I was going to share some of the little wise words of wisdom that my mother passed on to me over the years, and my grandmother as well. And they always had like 2-word phrases or 3-word phrases for everything. And my mom always said, and she said it was about fitness, not always said enough that I remember it. One thing, I was whining because I thought my friends at school were talking about me. And she said, who do you think you are? You're that important that everybody's talking about you. We're probably talking about each other. And she says, and if you are that important that they're talking about you, you should be flattered. Words of wisdom. They help take away some of my night worries. My sister Shannon is quite startled that I do this stuff on YouTube. She's a very private person. And so her and my other sister said, you know, and so you stand back, you just kind of like try to kick, and you have resistance for good safety. I'm going to hang on here. And count maybe, I'm going to start at 25. I always like to start at 25. Because it feels good when you first do it, but the next day, right? Then I'm like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and I actually do feel that. I feel that at the top of my thigh here. So now I'll put on the other one. It's amazing the simple things that we can do to get fit, eh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, I'm coming up there. 1, 22, 23, 24, 25, I made it. And the last but not least is my nice ball that my friend gave me. I'm going to use that same rubber. I'm just going to put my foot against the door and do my little belly crunches. So I don't want my door to fly open. And this is hopefully I'll get to a point where I don't need to have to hang on to something. And so you remember, wake up, wash up, work out, wholesome beverage, and don't forget to worship. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.